So hello guys, and let us start with the Python basics tutorial. So let me start with a basic simple command, which is the print command. So in the print command is used to display anything on the screen. So I'll write it in a double quotes because this is a string. So let me run this. So here you can see hello is displayed. So there is one more way to print it. So you can use a single quotes as well. So if I run this, as you can see, it is printed over here. So these are the two ways to print in Python. So next thing is we'll see what are comments. So using a hash, we'll comment out the line. So comments are the non-executable part of a Python program. Okay. So this is called as a single line comment. We are also having a multi-line comment. To write a multi-line comment, you need to start with the three single quotes. Okay, this is called as a multi-line comment. Okay, you can also write a multi-line comment with double quotes, three double quotes. So this is also considered as a multi-line comment. So these are the three ways to write a comment in Python. So the next thing which we'll be seeing is the variables. So variables are something which are used to store a value. So example, it can be an integer or a floating point or a boolean or a string or a character. So let us see all of this one by one. So let me take a variable which is a, and this can store a value. This is called as an integer value. Okay, and I have a variable p. I'll store it some decimal value. This is called as a floating point value. Let me write it over here. Okay, this is an integer. This is a floating type, and I'll write it as it is. And we are also having a string. So you can write in single quotes or in double quotes as well. So this is a string, and we are having a character which is called as a C, like single alphabet. And we are having a boolean variable which can be either true or false. True or false. Make sure the first T or F, true or false, F should be capital and T should be capital. Let me show. Okay, the first letter should be capital. So as you know, Python is a case sensitive language. So if you write capital A is equal to 10 or 20, so if I print A and capital A, both will be different. Let me show you. So how we will be printing the variables in a print statement is you'll write a print, and you can directly enter the variable over here. Let me print the capital A as well. Capital A. So I'll comment out the above lines. So there is a shortcut for commenting. You can use control and question mark. It will comment it. So here you can see the small a and capital A are completely different because it is a case sensitive language. Okay. So the next thing is I don't want to write a multiple print statement. So what I can do is I can use a single print statement to print multiple values like a comma capital A behind B behind B C string. So in this way, using a comma, I can print multiple values in it. Mm, there is an error, so we have not used any C. Okay, here just A and B. Okay, let me run this. Let me run this now. So here you can see we have printed all the variables side by side. And one more thing you might have noticed here, there is an extra space over here. So whenever you are using a comma, there will be an extra space between the two variables. So you need to make sure while you are programming. So there are some rules for declaring a variables. Rules to declare variables. So there are some rules while you are declaring a variables. So the first rule is you can't use keywords. You can't use keywords as a variable. So keywords means like the built-in functions, built-in variable keywords. Like this is a print. So I can't use print is equal to 10 or something. So this will be an invalid variable declaration. So I can't use keywords. So the next rule is you can't start a variable with a number like 1, 2, 3 MD. Okay, this is the second rule. The third rule is, as you know, you can't start the number. The third rule is you can't use underscore in the starting of a variable. So this is a invalid declaration. Okay, using underscore in the starting, and you can't use special characters like at, dollars, etc. So these things can't be used in while you're declaring a variable. And one more thing is it is case sensitive, as I told you in the beginning, and this is not equal to this. So these are the rules you need to take care while you're declaring a keyword, sorry, variable. So okay, after the variable declaration, let us see some operators in Python. So operators, what are operators? Operators are something which are like addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, which are performed on the variables. Let me comment out this thing, and let me start with the operators. So let me take a variable as 1 and b as 2, and let me print these two. I'll take a third variable as c, and there are the let me start with the operators. Let me start with the first, which is add operator. A plus b. So as you know, addition, simple addition operator will add these two variables and store it in C. Okay, 1 plus 2, it will be 3 in C. Now the next operator is A minus B, subtraction operator. This is also simple, you might be knowing. It will subtract the two values and display it. Next we have is a multiplication operator, A star, A star B, and a division operator, A by B. Okay, these are the simple operators you might be knowing, and there are some special operators which we'll be talking. which are unique, and this is called as a modulo operator. A percentage B or modulo B. So this is a modulo operator, and let me take A as 10. Okay. Okay. I am performing the operations on a same variable C. So when I print the value of C, it will print the latest value, which is A by B. Okay. Let me print the value of C. Let me show you the difference between C and D. So if I divide 10 by 2, what will I get? I'll get 5 over here, right? 5, and I'll get the remainder as 0. So this percentage modulo operator will give you the remainder of 2 division. Okay, let me print out. Let me run this. So here you can see 5 is the quotient and 0 is the remainder. Let me take some other value like 11. Let me take two print statements over here. It will be easy to analyze. Print D. And now if I run, here you can see this is the quotient and we have a remainder which is 1. Okay, so this is the dividing, this is the remainder. So this percentage will always give you the remainder. Okay, and if I want just 5, if I want just integer part, we are also having a new operator which is called int divide. This will use double slash, a double slash b. So what this will give is, this will give you just the integer value e, and let me run this. So here you can see I'm just getting the integer value, not the decimal part. Okay, other than this we are also having one more variable which is called as the exponential variable a star star b. So mm, okay, so this will give me the exponential value, which is like a star b means a to the power b. Here suppose the value of a is 11 and value of b is 12 2. So it will print, let me print f for here. So it will give 11 power 2. So 11 square is 121. We have got the value as 121 over here. Okay, these are the operators in Python. So what if I'm using multiple operators at the same time? Let me show you an example. And one more thing, you can't use the capital P while you are printing. So this is not a valid keyword. You need to use small p because it is case sensitive. So print, let me take some 10 plus 1 into 3. So which operation will be performed first? So I can write it down in the comments below, like what is the output for this. Let me see. And let me give you a rule in Python. So Python always follows a rule which is P E M D A S. So this is the rule of Python. So in the same order, the operations will be performed. So the P stands for parenthesis, like brackets. round brackets. Okay, so if I'm using a brackets over here like this, the operation within the paragraph, that para will be performed first. Okay, next is the e for exponential, which is a star operation which we saw. Okay, and next is the multiplication and division operation, and we have a and d, addition and subtraction operation. So this is the order of execution in a Python program. Okay, let me run this. So first it will perform these two operations. 1 into 3 is 3, 3 plus 10 is 13. So if the same thing, if I put round brackets over here, 10 plus 1, 11, 11 into 3 is 33. Here you can see I've got 33. If I don't use anything, so according to this, first the multiplication should be solved, 1 into 3, 3, then the addition should be done. 3 plus 10 is 13 we need to get as an output. Okay, this is very slow. So here you can see I've got that 13 as an output. Okay, as of now we have seen the variables and the operators in Python. So next we'll see how we can take the input from the user. Okay. And one more thing is the addition operator not just performs addition on like integers 10 plus 1, 10 plus 3. It can also perform addition on a string variables. We'll discuss about it. Let me show you input, how you can take value from the user. So you can write input as round bracket and it will just take the input from the user. If you want to give a prompt like enter a number, okay, so it will show enter a number and then I'll write colon, and then the user will enter the value. Okay, now when I get the data from the user, I need to store it somewhere, right? So I'll store it in a variable which is called as x. Okay, and let us print out this value also. So just print x. Okay, let me run this. So here you can see it has performed the operation, like it has printed enter the number. Now it is waiting for the user to give the data. Let me give it as 10. I'll enter and it has printed the value over here. Okay, so the next thing is, when you if you want to know the type of the input data which is given, like as we have declared over here, mm, yeah, here if you have a variable y is equal to 10, this is the integer, z is equal to some string. So if I want to know the type of the variable it is, I can print type of y. Let me comment out this thing. Okay, let me run this. So this will give the type of the variable which we are using. So this is an integer data type, right? And this is a string data type. I can show it over here. Z. Let me run. This is a string data type. Okay, now let me comment it. Let me uncomment these two and let me run it. Now let me print out one more line, which is type of this input data entered by the user. Now let me give it as some string. Okay, let me enter it. So it has given me the data and also the type. Okay, it is a string data type. Now let me rerun it and let me give a integer value 10. Okay, sorry, 10, enter. So it has again given me as a string. So why is that? So here you need to know one thing, that whenever the Python is taking the input from the user, it will always convert the data into a string data type. So whatever the value you give, either it can be an integer or a floating point or any other value, the data type will be string. Okay, the data type which will be stored will be in a string format. Okay, so we'll just see if we'll just comment this and let me take two variables now. I'll take string1 is equal to st in double quotes st, and let me take string 2. See, str is a keyword, so I can't use str as a variable name. That's why it is showing me in yellow color. Okay, this is not a keyword, that's why it is in white color. Okay, next I'll take the second string over here. Okay, now for addition of string, what I can do is I can take third variable c is equal to st plus, sorry, str1 plus str2. So this will, we can directly add two strings using this addition operation. And let me print s over here. So it has added both of this. Okay, you can ask me, add showed you in the above lines that we can print str1 comma str2. So I had showed you this also. Okay, so what is the difference between these two? Let us see. So as I told you, there will be always an extra space while you are using a comma. Okay, while you are using a comma, there will always be an extra space. So you need to make sure which operation should be used. I can also write it as str1 plus str2. I can, without using instead of using these two lines, I can directly write it in a single line. I can directly add these two and print it. Okay, it will give me the same results. Okay, these are the operations on the string. So in the next video we'll have a look at some other conditional statements, looping statements, while loop, for loop, and other parameters. So I hope you understood this, and if you are having any doubts, you can ask me. You can, or you can comment it down below. So let me give an activity for you. So the activity is take two data from the user and add it and print on the screen. This is a simple program. Just try it out this thing and see if you could solve. And if you are having any doubts, we'll solve it in the next session. So thank you for watching. Goodbye.